he intends they should finally be. Then we'll grow apples, figs, if you like. If the weather will allow, how about that? With a brief touch to her neck, an inquiring contact. It is not an impossible hope. They could soon plant a garden and shape it to be only theirs. After today, or before 5 p.m. tomorrow at the latest, she will have paid off her mortgage, or rather, he will have paid off her mortgage, because he's not short of cash, and had paid off his own decades ago, both of these circumstances slightly having to do with his age. Once they have sold her flat, and his, they will move in together, more together than they currently are. They will buy, to be accurate, he will probably buy, a big new bed and sheets and everything fresh. They have planned this, pondered thread counts and headboards, and they are sure they will sleep very beautifully once their requirements have been fulfilled. And they will also be there with each other and stay attractively awake. This means that when she reaches the head of the queue, she will be, in a way, receiving money for sexual reasons from an older man. Hence the figs. The money for sex thing feels mildly electric in the soles of her feet. She grins. What? He kisses the top of her head. Why is the girl smiling? Or shouldn't I ask? But he wants it out loud. She can tell. A further demonstration for the cue. Here's love. Here's being desired and desiring. Here's assured love. Something else they share. A need to be as real as observers make them. When she hugs his arm, she can feel it tensing with his usual interior argument, that he'd like to be the unnoticed man, the invisible boy who is shy, that he'd like to burn and be uncovered and holding and licking where they stand, outrageous evidence. Shouldn't I ask? You should always ask. Still, she isn't absolutely clear what she should answer. My boy should always ask. This quiet, and for him, no one else. She doesn't believe that when he chooses to be overt, he's making a statement against decay. Bridge in his top teeth, glasses, greying hair, greyed, to be truthful, thin at the crown. He's not any more needy than she is. She completely believes that, and has said so. Then tell me why you're happy. Shining with the answers he expects, and with being content, a young kind of content. The truth would be complicated, so she tells him, I was just thinking, what if there was a hold-up? Robbers, guns. And for a moment she has made him disappointed. But then fully, plainly, he permits himself to be delighted. If there were guns, I would save you. There is no way to overestimate how fond he is of saving, of the thought that he will do her good. So once again, she's vindicated. She doesn't ever lie to him unless it's for the best. Under her hand, his elbow twitches with a dream of motion. I'd have to rush in and defend you from the bullets, stand in their way. No, I'd take a bullet for you. This is a whole, uncomplicated truth. She would be murdered for his sake, if necessary. No, no. He kisses this close beside her, nuzzles against their rush to be dead for each other. I'd be compelled to do the gentlemanly thing and lay down my life. It would be instinctive. Men of my generation can't help it. I would have to be terribly harmed and then expire. In my arms? Well, that would depend. If I was flinging myself at a gunman in a hail of hot lead, I might not also be able to fall back and rest my head upon your shoulder. Breast? I'd be too poorly. A dark and nice flicker in his look. It's traditional. All right. Breast. Saying this with enough focus to make himself swallow. Pause. And if I failed to reach you, I would fail nobly, and you would be impressed, and then you'd probably, I don't know, you could lever me into position before I kicked off. They do this a lot, imagining dreadful scenarios.